So, hello Audrey, it's lovely to meet you,
Nice
finally. We are here in lovely Terre De Sienne. Would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. So I am a chocolate maker, so that means that I make the chocolate from the cacao beans that I source sustainably and ethically. At the moment I'm using cacao beans from Guatemala, which I turn into chocolate here in Worthing.
Fantastic. So everything is done in-house. It's not a common practice, is it?
No, not really. The movement started in the US mainly,
Right.
and it's starting to grow in the UK at the moment. But there is mainly chocolatiers at the moment, which are people that buy chocolate already made and turn it into chocolate confectionery.
So that's the distinction
Yes,
there
it is.
between chocolatiers and chocolate
Yeah.
makers. It's the bean to bar bit, the
Yes.
bean bit, I suppose.
So I stuck to the chocolate itself, and then I could sell it to chocolatier to make confectionery with. So I was a pastry chef, so I worked with chocolate a lot, and I wanted to become a chocolatier. And in the research to source my ingredients, which is the chocolate, I found out that chocolate that is produced nowadays is not necessarily ethical or sustainable, and I didn't feel comfortable not being sure 100% where it came from. So I decided to solve the problem by making the chocolate itself.
So it is just yourself here. You've got no help. There's no one lurking behind the scenes or anything like that.
No, it's just me from the sourcing to packaging planning. I mean, I work with a lot of artists and other businesses to make everything possible, and I love collaboration, so I'm always looking for help around.
Is there something in particular that kind of helps you keep going? Is it like the inspiration or?
So the struggle, I would say, is to do everything on my own. There's so much to do and to think about, especially when you want to run an ethical business. You need to back check everything you're using. So that would be my struggle, and time management. I never have enough hours in a day to do everything. What helps me is just looking at other businesses and talking with other business owners and get inspiration from
Community and things like that.
success, and yeah.
So you mentioned that the industry as a whole isn't quite what you'd like it to be. Would you mind elaborating on that a little bit?
Yeah, so child labour is still an issue, even though we think that it's gone now, and modern slavery is still a big problem. The main issue is that it's trendy to label something ethical, so there is a lot of greenwashing happening, and you cannot trust the labels, which is a big problem, because when you're a consumer you want to trust what you're buying.
And did you have kind of any advice for someone wanting to follow in your footsteps or just start a business in general?
So I started part-time, which gave me time money-wise and also as a person to grow my business slowly and make the right decisions. So just the small things, getting the right molds, taking the time to choose the ingredients, set up recipes. So that gave me the time I needed to get a small range of products, and then from that I tried to grow my business and eventually go full-time.
So really nice and organic, and making sure the foundations were set before you started building up like that.
I would always try to give myself time to make mistakes, because they're part of the learning, and always have backup plans, because there is only as much as you can plan. I was looking for sustainable packaging because I'm plastic free, and I found you online, and I was just really happy with your offering. I started with gift boxes, so that would be this one, and then I went on to the small ones, and then I found out that you were having plastic free ribbons, which are great. So yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Brilliant. So in terms of products that Tiny Box Company could perhaps bring to the table for you, is there anything that you'd like to see from us in the near future, or are you pretty happy with what's going on?
At the moment I'm actually quite happy with what you're offering. So they work perfectly for my small chocolates. So they actually fit, like all my 9 flavors fits inside, so that's perfect. And for the larger box I can put up to 14 bars, so that's more than enough for me, yeah.
If there's one thing that you'd like to know about the next person that comes along, the next business, what would it be?
I'd like to know what's their dream collaboration.
A dream collaboration?
Yeah.
So from wherever, like what
Yeah,
who would you like to
anyone,
work with,
like
that kind of thing.
someone from another industry or an artist, singer or anything.
It's really interesting. I kind of wish I thought of that. I kind of wish I thought of that.